Senate Democrats continue to dutifully advance the Biden administration's radical nominees. This week, the Senate will decide whether to give yet another left-wing lawyer a lifetime appointment to the federal bench. Natasha Murrell is an activist lawyer with a penchant for staking out extreme and inflammatory positions that are thoroughly divorced from reality. For example, she attacked widely popular election integrity measures, claiming, quote, "It's inconsistent to denounce white supremacy but not repudiate voter ID laws." Alongside the self-proclaimed wild-eyed leftist, Democrats just confirmed to the bench last week, Ms. Murrell went after the state of Alabama for daring to verify the identities of people who cast ballots in elections. Meanwhile, Ms. Murrell has found time to attack what she calls unfounded yet repeated public assertions that there's widespread lack of respect for law enforcement and criticize efforts to promote law and order as, quote, an illegal attempt to advance a false narrative that law enforcement was being attacked. Well, Madam President, President Biden's first year in office saw the largest number of law enforcement deaths in the line of duty in 20 years. But Ms. Murrell doesn't appear to like grappling with facts that don't suit her narrative. Normally, a record like this would be shockingly disqualifying. But under the Biden administration, it's not an outlier, it's an essential qualification. Unfortunately, the president's affinity for radical nominees applies to folks already on the job as well. Last week, Democrats on the EPW committee ran through the nomination of Jeffrey Barron to another term as commissioner at the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Mr. Barron already has an extensive record as the NRC's resident liberal obstructionist. While his colleagues collaborate on regulatory frameworks that encourage safe and efficient energy production, this nominee prides himself on being a stick in the mud. Even leading climate activists understand that Mr. Barron's dedication to hindering nuclear development harms the environment in the process. They know that reducing carbon emissions means embracing safe nuclear energy. Mr. Barron, however, does not. At every opportunity, this nominee has opposed common sense efforts to revise regulations and keep pace with the smaller and more affordable nuclear technologies of the future. He's shown that his blanket anti-nuclear approach is both a tired relic and an active obstruction to American prosperity. So no wonder even some Senate Democrats are thinking twice about rubber stamping Mr. Barron's nomination. I'd urge each of our colleagues to oppose it.